What is down, everybody? It is your man, Corso Pancake, and today, doing another tier list video. Doing a different one today, a little specific one. Old Disney shows that my sister used to force me to watch when I was like 6, 7. This is a huge, big tier list right here. I don't know most of the ones on here. I'm just going to do the ones that I know and have watched before. So let's just jump right into it. We're going to start from the top, work our way down. First one I see is Bumped. Bumped was a spin-off of Jessie. I remember this one pretty vividly. It was decent. It wasn't as good as Jessie. It was a decent show. I'll throw it B tier. So yeah, Bumped. It was alright. It wasn't amazing. It was decent though. Sorry, I'm a little stuffy today, so if I start sniffling, I don't know. I guess spring coming. But next up we have The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. This was a good show. This is an older one. This is one of the beginning. Got the Sprouse brothers in it. So that's an A tier show right there. That was a good show. I'll throw that one A tier definitely anytime. My sister, this is all we would watch. Was these shows, nothing else. I didn't get to watch cartoons. I didn't get to watch anything. I didn't watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I didn't watch Power Rangers. I didn't watch Courage the Cowardly Dog. That's what everybody always tells me. They're like, we didn't watch that. Like, dude, I'm sorry. All I could watch was these Disney shows. I never got the remote. Okay, Raven's Home. I vaguely remember this one. We didn't watch this one much. We didn't watch this one and That's So Raven. We didn't watch them much. Honestly, I'm not even sure if we watched. I remember watching That's So Raven because they always go like, That's So Raven. I hated it too. I don't know why I hated it so much. That was like my least favorite show. I would literally leave the room if my sister turned that show on. That's how much I disliked it. I don't know why. But yeah, Raven's Home, I don't really remember Raven's Home. I mean, I'm guessing that's a spinoff of That's So Raven, of course. But we might not have watched that. I might not have seen it. So next up is Sweet Life of Zack and Cody on Deck. This was good as well. It was a spinoff of Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. They basically were on a cruise ship. I'm not really sure who comes up with these ideas or why they thought to come up with this idea. They did. It was pretty good, though. It was an A tier. It was an A tier Disney show. I mean, it was a good show. Next up, okay, Wizards of Waverly Place. This brings back some memories. I don't know if any of y'all watched this one, but this was a very good show. I remember when they had, like, the season finale, like, the finale of the entire show. It was, like, 3-episode stretch of, like, the finale. Dude, that was so hype, man. I remember me and my sister got so hyped for that stuff. That's an S tier show. That was a really good show. Good Luck Charlie. Good Luck Charlie, not a very good show. It was a little sappy, per se. It was a little too, like, I'm going to teach a lesson in every show. Like I don't want good-hearted stuff. I want, like, action and adventure and murder. But, yeah, Good Luck Charlie, they would throw it in C tier. It's just, you know what I mean? And then they made Good Luck Toby or whatever. And that was just way too forced. Shake It Up. Shake It Up. Shake It Up was a good... We didn't watch this one too much. I don't remember it as vividly. I'm gonna throw it B tier though. I remember thinking it was okay. It was kind of corny, cringy, not amazing. But I'll throw it B tier. Okay, next up, Dog with a Blog. My main man Stan. I don't know why I remember that. But this was a pretty good show, honestly. That's gonna be an A tier. Not quite S tier. But that's going to be an A tier, for sure. Yeah, I remember one episode when, like, this evil scientist dude is trying to, like, take the dog. Because the dog could talk. If you don't know that show, the dog could talk. That was, like, the big thing, was the dog could talk. Then he had to, like, try to hide it from everybody. And it was a good show. It was a good show. Next up, we have Livin' Maddie. Okay, Livin' Maddie. This is a pretty good show. I actually quoted it the other day. I had, like, a scene from it. My sister was like, yes, Livin' Maddie. We had an argument. I won. Well, sort of. But this was also a really good show. I'm not sure if it's S tier. It was a little... I'm going to go A tier. It wasn't S tier. The Jonas Brothers. Who comes up with this stuff? This was such a bad show. My sister loved it. She was like fangirling over the Jonas Brothers or something. That was such a bad show. Like, 8-year-old me knew that was a poorly made show. That's how you know it's bad. Okay, next up, Austin and Ally. This was a good show. This was a pretty good show. Not sure if it's S tier. We're having a lot of A tiers. Also, it's definitely A or S. I'm gonna go A tier. It was definitely a good show. I remember it pretty well too. That guy wanted to be a cameraman. He wanted to be like a director. He wanted to be like a musician, and so did she. So they were like musicians together. Whee! And then she always fell asleep at work and couldn't keep a job. Yeah, I remember all that. And he filled up a tube. It was so okay. You want me to tell you how vividly I remember this stuff? So this dude, so he was like, so he had a machine and they were spraying spit all over the kids. It was really weird. Next up, Ant Farm. This was a good show. I actually had kind of forgotten about it, but now that this was a really good show. It was basically about this is an S tier. That's a really good show. It was about a bunch of child prodigies. They had like a special camp building place for child prodigies, and they were all there. It was a really good show. Definitely S tier worthy. Jesse. Hey, Jesse. It feels like a party every day. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, Jesse. Dude, why do I remember this stuff? That's an S tier show right there. Jesse was one of the best. It's better than Ant Farm. Not better. I don't know. I would say Wizards of Waverly Place and Jesse are tied for number one. They're tied with another one that's not on this list. Kicking It. Kicking It was awesome. But Jesse is a really good show. Next up, okay, Casey Undercover. This was a good one. It had what's her name in it? Zendaya. She was like a spy. It was a good show. I'll throw that one A tier. It was an S tier. It was a good show. Next up, we had, looks like Phineas and Ferb is on here. I didn't actually get to watch a whole lot of Phineas and Ferb until I was older, and they were showing like reruns of all the stuff. Shoot, they might still be making Phineas and Ferb for all I know. So honestly, that's B tier. Phineas and Ferb was just, I don't know, it didn't hit me in the right spot. I guess I didn't grow up on it. You know, it wasn't as nostalgia for me, but it's B tier. It's solid. Okay, Hannah Montana. Oh gosh, Hannah Montana was just... My sister loved that show. I'm gonna throw it C tier. It's not F tier, but yeah, my sister loved that show. I mean, absolutely loved it, and I just could not. It wasn't terrible, but when you watch something over and over again, it gets really bad. Next up is, okay, last one actually is Descendant. This is fairly new. I don't know, it feels new to me. It's probably like 10 years old, and that's just vividly in my memory. I don't know, I feel like Descendants is B tier. It was okay. You know, it was a little, I don't want to say girly, but it wasn't it was a lot like Shake It Up in that retrospect, where it's just, I don't know, it had a lot of parts in it that I was just like, that's weird. Don't do that. What the heck? But, I don't know, my sister liked it. And that's all of the ones on here that I watched. But yeah, that's my tier list. They were missing a few, honestly. Kicking It. Where's that at? Whoever made this list. I mean, come on, dude. Who made this list? SCN Rights. That guy. Go follow him if you want to. Lab Rats is also a big one. Those are the only two I can think of right now that they're missing. So, that right there is basically my childhood, television-wise. That's pretty much it. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Watch that video. Subscribe over there. And I'll see y'all later.